You can no longer look past them. You can no longer count them out. They are 3-time Super Bowl champions, and they have the greatest tight end to ever play the game. And not only league MVP, but 2-time Super Bowl MVP quarterback. That's right. We are the Indiana Chiefs fans, and our favorite team is and always will be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I am joined by 3-time podcasting favorite, Chico Noise, and entering his second season as a podcasting veteran, it is the Chief. Gentlemen, yeah, break out the pinkies. It's still a small season yet. Welcome to Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast.
Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast.
Welcome yourself.
I feel welcome.
Do you feel
should.
welcomed?
All this right at this moment, I feel a little awkward. So,
Why is everybody always picking on me?
I don't know, but so you guys been keeping up on everything Chiefs this week? Holy snikes!
Nothing's happened.
All kinds of things have happened.
Let's see. What do we start with? Let's start with a fun one.
Okay, let's start with a fun one.
Kelsey.
Do you want to start this podcast out with Travis Kelsey?
Why not, man? The guy's a baller, man. You know, he doesn't give a shit if it's practice, a walkthrough, a real game. He's a baller. Can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Who was the one that took the first swing?
I don't care.
I missed this. What happened?
What?
Oh, yeah.
For the love of gosh.
Chico is a little behind in everything Kansas City this week. They were running practices. I don't know, was that Friday or was that Saturday?
I think it was Friday, I think.
Okay. Because
I read it on Saturday, I believe.
Right on.
So it could have been either day, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Friday, but Kelsey took a touchdown pass in the back of the end zone from Mahomes. It was a beautiful throw, a nice up and grab. He has the ball, comes down, and I don't know what, 2 seconds. I mean, it wasn't like a very long time, but one of the new DBs or corners goes up and runs right into him. And Kelsey took major offense to it
and tried to pop the ball out.
He tried to get the ball out.
Yeah, that was my understanding.
Right on. And Travis took a swing at him. I mean, full blown right at the helmet. I'm like, Jesus, Travis, you fuck up your hand, then where would you be? But that being said, Travis Kelsey being the team leader and upstanding guy he is, pulled Coach Reed aside, Big Red, and said, "Hey, listen, that's on me." Had an apology to the player, and I can't think of the player's name right off the top of my head. It's somebody that I haven't really heard much about, but he talked it over with him and even made a statement to the press that he needs to be a better teammate and a better leader, and that was uncalled for. So,
well, he did teach him a lesson. Don't F with me after the play's done.
Hey, man, here's how I look at it. Travis Kelsey or not, those guys are trying to fight for that a roster spot as much as anybody else is, and that's part of the game, the chippiness and all that shit. And it is what it is. It's part of getting out there and trying to win your spot and show that you're aggressive and are willing to, no matter who the fuck it is, whether it's Travis Kelsey or fucking Rashid Rice. It doesn't matter. If he's got the ball, I want the ball from him. So, I can see it both ways, I guess.
Yeah. Well, if you want to live to see another day, Travis is a big guy. I'd watch who you pick on. Good thing he had a helmet on. No, I mean, he was right, though. He apologized, and it's all good now.
Yeah.
And, I will say, they didn't mention it was like 110 out,
Mm-hmm.
So you're already pissed. You're already pissed off because you're out in this heat,
Right.
But yeah, I wanted to start with Travis. Also because you mentioned him in the intro, so I was like, it seems fitting to start out with the beast mode baller.
Well, he wasn't the only one in beast mode. On Saturday, I do believe it was Jalen Watson and another newer player got into a major skirmish in the end zone and tried to basically rip helmets off. And Jalen Watson I think it was Jalen, ended up throwing the ball at the other guy at the end there. And
hey, Karen made it on the podcast.
Hey, look, she didn't want to be on my podcast.
That's staying in.
Yeah, you're stuck with that now. You know that, right?
Yeah, because we're in the middle.
If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you got to go to YouTube and watch Karen's practice to be a stripper dance. And
I guess we'll find out later.
Yeah, if she would take us all out for ice cream and pays with singles, we'll know what happened there.
Cotton balls. Anyway, go on, Jeremy.
But yeah, everybody's in pads. It's hot out there. I mean, it is. Everybody's fighting for their jobs, and there's just a lot going on the practice field. But speaking of practice field, a lot stand out. I was watching some video. Noah Gray, the tight ends looking damn good, is actually practicing with the first team this week. My boy Sky Moore taking some heat, looking for that number one wide receiver spot out there doing his thing. Even took a wildcat snap this week in practice. It looked really, really good.
So why is he going after the WR1 right now, I wonder?
I wonder. But hey, listen, man.
Let's ask Gunner.
Gunner's just sitting over there. We're over talking.
You're asking me why he wants wide receiver 1?
Yeah.
So Phil stops yelling at him.
That's a good answer.
It's a really good answer.
No, why does he want wide receiver 1?
Well, let's see. With Tony going out with the knee, not 100% sure whether he's going to be back for the first game of the season. And to be, and we've talked about this before. I like Tony. I think he's a great wide receiver. I'm worried about this whole, injury thing. I mean, he's constantly injured. So if Sky Moore can step up and, get after that wide receiver number 1 spot, because we didn't get one in the off season, supposedly, quote unquote.
I think we did.
Oh, in our draft pick?
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a little bit. I guarantee it, but we'll talk about him here in a little bit.
But I think Tony's going to be fine. I'm glad it happened now. We talked about it in the last podcast.
Yeah,
I'm not going to rehash it. I think training staff said, hey, go back in. There's something wrong with your hitch.
Right.
So I think he'll be back. He'll be fine.
I mean, I'm sure he's going to be back, because I don't think it wasn't a major surgery. It wasn't a season-ending surgery, but it still just goes back to that. Can he stay healthy thing?
Yeah, I get it. Just like I always place bets on who was going to get injured every podcast. Son of a mother.
We're talking about Allaire, right? We're talking Clyde Edwards. Allaire.
No, the wide receiver,
Sammy
Watkins.
Oh, Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, it's like, he'll be injured by week 6, be out for 3 weeks, play 2 games, be injured for 3 more. So, yeah, good luck.
I do believe you guys still owe each other a beer over last season's bet, don't you?
What was it? I'm trying to remember.
He won one, and then you won one off him, and then he won one off you. I think is what it is.
But didn't we make one last bet? I'm trying to remember what it was.
Probably have to go back and check on that.
I think I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say Gunner owes me a beer. So, and in all honesty, it's a win-win either way.
Yeah, everybody's drinking beer.
Everybody gets beer. We're good.
Yeah. So
Oh man. Nazeen Johnson, a DB that
Yep.
a lot of people were really excited about. Even Toom, Dave Toom was talking about having him as the really fast gunner on the special teams. Went out with a torn ACL on Saturday,
Yep.
completely done for the season on IR for the entire season. So a
Yep.
lot of people bummed out about that one because he was looking damn good too.
Well, that happened last year to our receiver, and now he's back. So we look forward to having him play next year.
Right on.
It's the only way. As Andy Reid says, we play with who we got. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's just a bummer. What
No,
else is going
I
on?
did it. I wish him a speedy recovery. So
Definitely. So what else is going on? Did you guys hear John Ross just up and retired?
who?
John Ross, wide receiver. He was coming into, I do believe he was a wide receiver. He's young. He's still young. He's still like in his like mid-20s or whatever. Just said, "Oh, I'm done," and retired. He was one of those that was gonna be fighting for one of those wide receiver spots, I do believe.
Well, that just tells me our wide receiving core is good enough.
Could you see the wide receiving core lineup? Oh my God.
Yeah. So I would have retired too, coming to the Chiefs and saying, "Oh shit." and a lot of our wide receivers aren't big and bulky. They're just damn fast, and
Yeah.
they got the moves.
You know what they say, man, speed kills.
I like it.
What else is going on? Just your
Hey,
average everyday practice schedule.
I'm gonna mention it because it's pissing me off again this year. They're still talking about freaking Tyreek Hill. Almost every damn article I read, Hill. It's like, for the love of God, we won a Super Bowl without him. Yeah, our supposed number one receiver went down. Whatever. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna be fine. He's only gonna miss a game or two of that in the regular season. Stop talking about Hill, you sport writer hacks.
You're no longer allowed to say his name. It's now what is it, Gunner?
Though that
That should not be
No,
named.
he
Yeah,
who shall
yeah.
not be named. Yeah.
But am I the only one that's noticing this in the sports articles, especially talking about, the wide receiver core? I'm like, I'm tired of hearing about it, people. Stop.
Well, you know as well as I do, and even the beginning of last year, and when they traded him off, and everybody wrote Kansas City out completely, and it's just like that they just keep regurgitating it every year. It's like Kansas City's not going to do anything. Chargers are going to be number one.
Oh my
Blah blah
gosh.
blah blah blah. Now it's the battle between Buffalo and Cincinnati to who's going to win the Super Bowl this year, and that's fine. I don't mind. They can talk all they want. I'm more interested about what's going on in the practice field.
Yep.
Who's getting first team reps? How does our special teams look this year? We had a lot of trouble with them last year.
Gee, I wonder. Hey, on a bright note, Sky Moore will probably not be fielding punts.
Listen, that
The
just wasn't
first punt of the season. He's back there.
You're gonna see me lose my shit in my chair. Just lose it. Don't get me wrong. He did good in the Super Bowl, but man, he made way too many errors in the regular season that made us work harder to win. But he's a great receiver. Use him as a receiver.
Mm-hmm. And he's getting a lot of work in right now. He's the second year coming out, knows what to expect now in the system and work it a little bit better. And I think you're going to see a lot more of him this year. I honestly believe that that Sky Moore is going to be, like I said, we picked up that rookie receiver too, and I guess he is just. Yeah, we're going to talk about him here in a little bit. It's I don't know. I'm tired of all the bullshit when it comes to them talking about, them being done, but at the same time, I just don't care because I know how it's going to play out. We're going to be right there contending for that Super Bowl spot once again. So
don't worry, fans. We're going to host the 6th annual AFC Championship game at Arrowhead.
And Gunner and Sarah are going to be there this year.
All right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, if I tell you to wear warmer clothes, Gunner,
I'll dress warm. Trust me.
I'm never gonna let that die.
Yeah, well, the year before, if I remember correctly, it was like 70 some degrees. Was it not?
It was. We were out in shorts and a t-shirt the
Yeah,
next day.
yeah.
Well,
See, never be properly prepared for a game in Kansas City. So just pack it all and take it all.
that's why I say we bring 5 different bags of clothes.
Right.
So yeah, those people that have not been to an Arrowhead game, if you think it's going to be cold, bring 2 or 3 different sets of cold levels. Because if the wind kicks in and you're up there in the upper section, it's cold.
Oh yeah, it's cold. Trust me.
I sat there. 345 I think was the section we were in for 4 years. So been there, done that.
It's cold.
Yeah, Colton, suck it.
Wow. That come out of nowhere.
No, you said cold, rhyme.
I said cold. I said nothing about Colton. Listen,
Cold.
that guy's got enough problems that it is that, on
He
Monday,
dog kicked anymore.
yeah, on Monday, he got to experience what it's like to talk to somebody who knows a little bit about the NBA and ISO cam as he ripped him apart about his Boston Celtics.
Oh my God. Which podcast was that on?
The Call Guys.
Oh, okay. Poor guy.
Poor guy. And to top it all off, he's a Bears fan. I mean, that's like getting your dog kicked every day. So, I mean, I feel for the guy.
You know how many people out here are already talking smack about the Bears game?
Oh yeah.
And I smile and I was like, I can't wait for it. I think I have 3 bets already.
Oh dear God.
I'll take it. I need some beer money.
I'm excited that Gunner will be taking Coach Rob to the Bears game, and Coach Rob's going to be able to get into Arrowhead and watch a game for the first time, sitting in my seat. I carved my name in it there, Rob. So just don't think anything of it. Is she back again?
Yep.
She got a brewski.
Yeah, she had to get a beer.
She had to have a beer. Dear Lord.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, at least she's a diehard fan. That's all that matters. Even though she really will do our podcast.
It's like I'm empty.
Dang.
Free refills.
Wasn't she supposed to like crawl through there and just lift it up and put it on the table?
Myself yelling at my friends' kids. Can I babysit your baby, Gunner?
You don't sound so enthused.
I actually think that was a threat.
It was the look on her face that really threw me off.
Well, there's only 2 out there, and there's 5 more coming. Oh, romper room outside, man.
Watch out.
I will say though, Valerie came into camper today about 2 hours ago, stood on the top of the steps, grabbed Nana's hat and started saying, "Go Chiefs, go." Didn't even say hi to me, nothing. Go Kansas City Chiefs. So she's ready.
That's gonna be Gunner's daughter's very first words. Chiefs.
It very well could be. Because,
we can make that happen.
well, because she's going to be around and hearing a lot of Chiefs talk,
Oh yeah, constantly. I'm just gonna hold her and just talk to her about Kansas City.
Don't forget to buy her first Chiefs book, or did you guys already get it?
My first Chiefs book? No, I have not got that yet. But she will have a bunch of gear after the first week in Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Where are you going?
Where am I going?
Where are you going to go shop?
Oh, fucking Rally House. You know I'm going to be at the fucking Rally House. Because
Rally House Chiefs Fans Podcast, sponsored by Rally House.
Yeah.
Rally House.
You know what's funny about Rally House? Their rewards card.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing but a freaking marketing gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing. You get nothing out of it whatsoever.
No.
But that's okay. Fuck it. They got all the good stuff, and they take all my money, and I'm happy to give it to them as long as they give it back to me in sponsorships. That's all. It's what I'm asking for. Rally House, Indiana Chiefs fans needs a sponsor.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll even put it up in a little logo on this kind of corner of the screen. It'll be great.
Right there on the projector.
Yep.
Be the first. You get the biggest picture.
That's right. That's right. So, Chico, all right. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. The first weekend after Labor Day, that first Thursday night coming in, the season starting in Arrowhead again this year. Well, did it start? It didn't start in Arrowhead last year. Chiefs. Did it start in Arrowhead last year?
No,
it was a year before, wasn't it? That the Prime did the game and the first game on a Thursday night in Arrowhead.
We were the first Thursday night Prime game. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Is that how that worked out?
Yeah, because I was on TV again on the Prime show.
Yeah.
Pregame show in the background. I was like, look, that's me.
You had to squint like Karen does, but yeah.
You see that? I'm on TV.
But no, it was cool. You know, Tony was out there, and fired up the crowd pretty good for the game, so it was cool.
Awesome. Last time I was out there for what was it, the Sunday night game, got to meet and get on the podcast almost Andy Reid. That was pretty cool being out there in the cotton balls, by the way, cotton balls.
And then the next week I ran into him again. I mean, that following week after the podcast, I ran into him. It was kind of cool.
I need to email him to see if we can get on his TikTok while we're so we can go do a TikTok with him while we're out there for that first game.
TikTok, you don't stop.
Don't stop. Anyway, we are getting into the NFL draft, the 2023 Kansas City Chiefs draft. How many picks did we have overall?
7.
7? I was thinking 7.
I was guessing. I don't know.
Yep.
7.
Well, we had rounds 1, 2, 3, 4. Babe.
7. It was 7.
I was thinking it was 7. 1 in each round.
Booyah.
1 in each round.
No, we had 2 in another round, but we traded.
Well, then we didn't have a pick, then, did we?
No, we traded picks.
Oh, what? Okay. So we had 1 in each round, 7 picks.
Pretty much.
Phil's brain works differently than most people's. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by.
I am I'm an IT guy. I'm an IT guy, people. My brain does work.
Calculating.
Rerouting.
Actually, that does
there it is. The first Lamar of the year.
Yeah. Jackass. Hey, just remember who said walk faster.
Hey, no argument there. No denying that.
Yeah.
No denying that at all. That was the ultimate meat.
Since we're off subject again.
Again?
Yeah.
Like always. I'm just going to run through the names of the draft and we're going to be done here in a minute. Hold on.
Anyone in the Kansas City area that knows a good tattoo artist that watches this podcast, let me know who it is. We're going to do that, Jeremy.
We're gonna do it together. I'll go with you and get a tat.
Yeah, but then we'll film it for the podcast.
As Gunner shows off his tat. Hey, it's time, man. I got a perfect spot for it right there.
I'll show you my one tattoo. Hold on. Oh, never mind.
Oh wait, yeah, his tramp stamp. Is
it the rocket ship?
Yeah. And no, it's Matt Castle's face.
Oh my god. But yeah, this will be my first one, so I gotta get it done, Jeremy.
Full back tattoo.
Oh, that's too much.
But think how badass that'd be with just a giant Chiefs arrowhead on your back. Pictures of Travis and Patrick and and Dustin Colquitt.
God, come on. Andy Reid eating a cheeseburger on the side.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Tommy Townsend
kicking my balls.
His long flowing hair.
Oh my God.
I would actually kick in for that tattoo if you want to get that on your leg.
That's not gonna happen. But yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. I promised I would do it. I got to get it done. So Jeremy, one of these trips when we go down there,
okay,
you and I will disappear for however long it takes to do it.
Several
hours. A couple hours.
Yeah.
The question is, do I drink?
No. Nope.
Why?
Because it thins your blood and it'll you'll bleed. A lot of reputable tattoo artists won't tattoo you when you've been drinking.
Well, I'm just saying like a beer or something just to calm your nerves.
Well,
that might be okay.
Yeah.
Or I mean a bunch of Xanax, I don't know.
On the last
a couple shots.
My first tattoo, the artist rolled a joint, so there you go.
My first one was in somebody's garage, 102 degrees out in the middle of July.
Yep, that's true.
Gosh.
Yep.
All right, now go with the draft. Sorry.
All right, are you ready to get on with the draft? The 2023
with our 7 picks.
With our 7 picks,
one in each round.
With not the one we traded off.
Oh my God. I'm having fun with this, man.
Oh my goodness. So listen, so yeah, let's get into this. Not only did Kansas City pick last in the first round of the draft because they won the Super Bowl.
Hoorah. I'll take that single year.
But they also hosted the NFL draft for the first time in Kansas City. Actually, the draft has actually been mainly held in New York? Is that right?
Yeah, until they started moving it around about 5 or 6 years ago, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
which I think is cool, man. It highlights other cities,
Well, it gives everybody else a chance to, Okay, so if you did watch the draft, you know that every Kansas City Chief fan in the area showed up. The place was packed, and it was a sea of red, and it was a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Are you going to be okay there?
He looks confused.
He does look confused. Did she show you her boobies or something?
No. All the grandkids showed up now.
Oh.
And they're like walking around, and I'm like, what are you doing? Supposed to be outside.
I'm doing a podcast here.
I guess he had to go to the restroom, so.
The bathroom's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even I went to the bathroom in the middle of the draft.
I didn't go the entire 3 days. And I drank 3 cases of beer.
Oh my gosh. All right. So Kansas City hosts for the first time ever, their Gunners lost his background.
Told you he's got to pay attention to it.
Just put the flag up, man.
Thought about it. Bills Chiefs.
I love it.
There we go.
There it is, right there. It's a beautiful thing. All right, round number 1, number 31 overall pick. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
it's
why don't you
Felix.
Butcher it?
I listened to him and I still ain't got him down. I went and found a website that just gave the names and I listened to him like 3 times. A Felix,
Cat,
a Duke, Azuma,
yes,
Azuma.
I believe.
And he is a defensive end from Kansas State. Not only a Kansas City native, went to school in Kansas City, went to Kansas State, which is right there in the area, and he just stayed right at home. And if you have actually watched him in any of the rookie mini camps or anything like that, you'll know he is tearing it up.
Okay. You got to say one thing. What do you do when Papa puts a hat on you? You ready? See? Say it. Say it. Say it. No, just say it real fast.
Okay, say cheeks.
You can't go wrong with that.
Oh,
Hold on, listeners. I have to go get her a popsicle.
Oh, well, we're going to continue on talking about Azuma.
She earned it.
She did. It is get her good Lord. What has happened? What has happened here? The podcast is falling to pieces. Phil, I'm pretty sure, is in his underwear.
I think I saw the tattoo.
Anyway, yeah, he's looking amazing in practice, and even just going over his college, some of his college highlights. Obviously, we talk about this every year when we talk about the draft. Highlights are highlights. So, I mean, that's what they are, the best of what they did in college. And so you're looking at some really good plays, and man, he's going to be pretty great for that defensive line. And hopefully we can get Chris Jones back and they'll just be double trouble out there. And we start adding in Dana and all these other guys. It's just going to be amazing. So
you think he'll start right away?
I think he's going to start right away. I have a strong feeling he's going to be a starter right out the gate. So, I do believe so.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our number 2 pick. This is the one that Phil wants to talk about. So let's go ahead and rush through this. He's not there. Oh shit, he's back.
He's back.
Our number 2 pick, 55th overall. Wide receiver Rashad Rice from SMU. If Sky Moore doesn't get the number 1 spot, wide receiver spot, if Tony's out, then this guy is going to be
a candidate.
I do believe he is going to be a candidate for that number 1 spot. Because he is just being all over the place. Yeah.
What did you have to recite his name multiple times too?
Rasheed.
Oh yeah. Rasheed Rice.
I still,
dude, horrible with these names.
Dude, the best one was Pikachu.
And I called him Pikachu for the entire fucking season too.
That was awesome.
Oh, he is electric. But yeah, so as we rebuild the wide receiver group again this year, since we lost Juju and we didn't get Hopkins and we, blah blah blah. But man, it's looking strong with Sky Moore, Tony when he gets back, Rice, MVS, Justin Watson. I don't know much about Richie James, but I think we're gonna be strong in a wide receiving group. So I'm not too concerned there. Without getting some of these other guys that they looked at. So
yeah.
Phil is so distracted right now.
Yeah, it's like romper room. And for those younger listeners that don't know what romper room is, count your lucky stars.
So what's your take on Rice?
I think he's going to be badass. Honestly, he's got the build. He's nice, tall, lanky, speed. I think
right.
He's gonna. I think him and Mahomes have already built a chemistry. It's already been shown.
Right.
He, as we talked about in the other podcast, he has the wide receiving core come out to his house and spend a few weeks in the off season, and it read quite a few articles about him and Mahomes just gelling early. So, every year, when the start of the season happens, you got all these rookies playing, these key roles, whether it be offense or defense, whatever. And man, they're always getting burned or run over, depending on what position you play, or dropping balls. But man, based on what I think Mahomes does in the offseason, not the Chiefs because they can't do the CBA, they build that chemistry. They build that, like Kelsey and Mahomes always know what each other's thinking. I mean, 99% of the time, Mahomes is like, all right, I'm going to turn right, and I know the ball's going to be there. That wasn't the route, but I had to do something else, and bam, he delivers the ball right on target. So that's what I see with them two building that chemistry in the offseason, or that's what I hope to see. I don't want to see what I see other teams doing, and they come out, we got the best wide receiver in the draft, then he drops 3 consecutive balls or something,
right?
So
did you guys I because I'm an avid podcast listener, other than just what's in the Golden Mojo empire. I listened to a lot of New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce. They actually had Edelman, Julian Edelman, on the show a couple weeks ago, and it's interesting because you talk about Mahomes and Rice kind of gelling and getting a feel for each other. That's what Edelman talked about with Brady, and he talked about it took 3 years to get Brady's confidence. And once they really started working together and he started feeling, Brady started feeling good about him, Brady learned every movement. He knew what Edelman was going to do before Edelman knew what he was going to do because of his body language.
It's insane. And the speed you have to do it as a quarterback,
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's all short of amazing. Some of these it's not only Mahomes, it's Brady, it's, crap, I just lost the other guy. I was just thinking of a lot of the top tier quarterbacks, they got one guy, maybe two, that they can always go to.
Right.
They might be covered, but man, by the time that ball's thrown, he's uncovered somehow.
Yeah.
And what was that one play in the Super Bowl that was botched for the touchdown? Maybe to Sky Moore.
The ring around the rosy?
No, that was no, the one where he was waving the guy to come this way, and then Mahomes just said, fuck it, hike the ball, and threw him the ball for a touchdown.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a botched play, but I think Mahomes knew enough that he was going to continue to go to the left,
right,
that he just said, screw it, I think he's going to keep going, and he did, and threw him the ball.
Right.
So I think chemistry is key, is all I'm saying.
It is very much so. And I think listening to that interview, you realize how much, what Edelman talking about all that and how much that plays into what Mahomes is doing by bringing those guys down there to hang out and get to know them and get to gel with them a little bit and, and work with them a little bit and figure out their body language.
So the one thing I can say is I think Mahomes trusts his receivers a lot quicker. It doesn't take him 3 years.
Yeah, doesn't take him 3 years. Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand, you have to have faith in your receiver, right?
Right.
But we don't.
Well, and part of that 3 years is, Brady had Randy Moss and there was several other, Wes Welker was there. So, he had those guys that he was very comfortable with. And
okay.
So, I mean, there was other factors in it besides, it just took him 3 years and 2 suppers at his house. But it was, if you get a chance, go back and just take an hour and a half and listen to that New Heights with Edelman and man, it's great. I mean, it's funny, and definitely enjoyable. So you can go check it out. All right. Round number 3, number 92 overall pick we took it from Cincinnati. We must have been some sort of trade that we got from, but we got Juane Morris from he's an OT from Oklahoma. Yep. I don't know much about him. There's not a ton. I know that since we lost Orlando Brown and Andrew Wiley in free agency, they think this guy is going to be he could be a starter, right up front.
I think he is going to be a starter. All the pundits are saying that he's going to have 2 new tackles playing. So
right on.
So obviously, I think he's a starter.
Good deal. Like I said, I don't know a ton about him, but I will definitely be looking to check it out. All right, number 4, in the 4th round, the fourth pick. At number 119, Chamare Connor, a safety from Virginia Tech. Once again, there's not a ton of these guys talking about these safeties and these corners and stuff that we kind of picked up here and there, and it's just like more about the wide receivers and the tight ends and stuff like that. You're not really hearing a ton about what's going on back there, but to add more depth in that backfield and on the defense, I think is a wise choice. So, you still have Justin Reed, Brian Cook, Mike Edwards back there, but why not continue to and Williams and Watson? So, we got a
Thornhill.
Yes, Thornhill is gone, and there's another one.
Damn it.
There's another one that left too, and I can't think of who it was.
I didn't pay attention to that one.
What? God, you're gonna have to retire that jersey now. You just bought that Thornhill jersey.
Now that's funny.
So yeah, we're definitely pulling some depth back here. This next pick, our fifth pick, number 166, is a little confusing. I'm not really sure why, but I suppose that it's got to be a depth thing. But we took a B.J. Thomas, linebacker from Stephen F. Austin. I never even heard of that college. Have you? Yeah, go figure that one. We have a lot of great. We got Nick Bolton, Willie Gay, Leo Chanel, and we picked up Drew Tranquil from the Chargers in the offseason. Yep. I mean, our linebacker core is monstrous, but they're just adding the depth, and that's all I can say about that. And once again, not getting a ton of info coming out of training camp on Thompson, but that happens.
Yeah, probably be a special teamers kind of thing.
Hey, we need a good special team.
We do. We got burned way too many times on both sides.
It's true.
Giving and receiving.
Oh my God. Only Phil would get burned on receiving.
Hey, he scored a touchdown, so I should let it go.
You should let it go. He's going to be, you're going to I need a fucking Sky Moore fucking jersey now. You're going to be running around.
Background all the time.
Hey, man, I told you as a receiver, I love Sky Moore.
I know. He's pretty good last year as a rookie. I mean, he did score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And when he did get the ball thrown to him, he did very well. So, yeah. All right. So round 6. We're already to round 6. Pick number 194 overall. Anybody want to pronounce this name for me?
Keandre Coburn.
There you go. Thank you, Chico. He is a defensive tackle from Texas. Once again, adding in to more of the naughty.
Naughty, exactly.
And hopefully we'll get Chris Jones back soon.
Yeah. Let's not go down that rabbit hole again.
Yeah, don't know a ton about him, just a little bit of film on him, and Veach knows what he's doing when he goes and gets these guys. So
as we say, in Veach we trust.
I think we need a shirt that says that.
Sure, there's many of them out there.
I'm almost positive of it. Yeah. All right, this is the pick that I've been waiting to talk about a little bit, because this one actually, this was the pick that I was super excited about. Not because I think he's a great player, although he did have some several knockdowns in his senior year. That's all I got.
The door keeps slamming in here driving me batty.
In round 7, the number 250 pick overall, Kansas City picked Nick Jones, cornerback from Ball State University. Chirp, baby. Love me some Ball State.
You just love you some balls.
Hey, I'd rather ball you.
That's right.
And why is Ball State relevant in this conversation?
I spent way too much time there.
And
4 years of learning and money and yeah.
So alumni.
Yep. Great school.
Yep. It is a great school. It's a great school that doesn't have a ton of NFL players come out of it. You know what I'm saying? There's not, I can think of maybe a half dozen that have made it in the NFL and even gotten their name known.
Oh, Sneed. That was one of them, I think, my freshman year.
I didn't know Sneed was from there.
Not our Sneed. It was a different Sneed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be more specific.
Was he a quarterback? I can't remember.
No, he was a receiver, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not Legarius. This is a different Sneed.
Willie Sneed. Sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was just a couple. Yeah. Yeah. And there was a couple of offensive linemen and a couple defensive guys that have actually made it into the NFL. But Ball State is not known as a football school, even though they're always doing well in the MAC. You know, they're always up there, competing, but never really, had a ton of NFL players come out. So when Kansas City took Jones as their final pick in the draft, I was like on the phone with both of you. I do believe it's like, you're gonna fucking believe this. But so yeah, right now, from what I understood, Nick is still there. He's still competing. He had a really good rookie camp. They really liked him. He was performing well. Of course, now that everybody's there, he's kind of lost in the shuffle a little bit. A lot of people think that the experts believe that he is going to be, for the most part, probably a special teams guy, a gunner or whatever, on special teams. So they pretty sure he's still going to make the team. And hopefully he does. I wish him the best of luck, considering he's a small school kid and, from Gunner's alma mater. Super. And Montana's too. So,
and Sarah's.
Yeah. And Sarah's. That's right.
And Colton's
wife. Josh Taylor, Brandon's son.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you knew this, Bill, but we got to see Kareem Hunt play at Ball State before he was ever in the NFL and before Kansas City took him because he was in Toledo, and Toledo was part of the MAC, and they played in Muncie. So we didn't know it at the time, but yeah, we saw Kareem Hunt play.
I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed with that?
No.
He was a great running back for us. It was this off the field antics that lost him his job.
I know, I'm just messing with you. I thought he was awesome until he did what he did and paid the price.
Yeah.
And then he got really screwed, got sent to Cleveland, right?
I think he's a free agent right now. There were talks of him might come back to Kansas City, but I think that got nixed real quick.
I don't think the Hunt family, just to be honest, if he wouldn't have lied, I think he would have had a chance. It's all about character. So,
yep.
You
100%.
You did the wrong thing. Fess up, move on.
Yeah. But he's a young kid. The world is feet, as far as the NFL, and, he screwed up. He had a second chance in Cleveland, and he's made the most of it there. I don't know that he's going to get picked up anywhere, to be 100% honest. He wasn't that productive in Cleveland. But then again, the only productive person in Cleveland is the homeless guy. So
he's cleaning up the streets.
He is clean. He's like fucking Batman out there in Cleveland.
Oh my God. I love it though. That's funny.
So yeah, Nick Jones, Ball State cornerback, number 7 pick, Kansas City. Super excited that they took a Ball State guy. So love it. Yeah, there you go. There's the NFL draft. We don't know a ton about them, because there's just not a lot of film and a lot of talk about what's going on with them right now. So we're excited to bring you the draft picks for this year.
And that's Blake in the background.
What's up, dog?
The oldest grandson.
Was he picking his nose? I couldn't tell.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, okay. It's all good. There is a new rumor going around, and I just want to emphasize that this is rumor. There is nothing to back this up, but there's talks of maybe trading for the Colts running back. Damn it, now I'm drawing a blank on his name. Come on, Gun, help me out.
Yeah, man, I don't know who you're talking.
I'm thinking.
Damn it, that kills me.
Isaac. Trying to remember. Hold on.
As we all Google it. Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Thank you very much. The fastest Googler in the world. Obviously, it's rumor. There's no solid take on that. So
all right.
Take it for what it is.
He lost a tooth.
Oh, damn.
So Tooth Fairy's going to give him some money.
Ah, good. Good.
I
Need to get that kid some cash.
I told you there's going to be anarchy in here.
The anarchy. But that's all I got. How about you guys?
Well, you did a good job. You butchered some names, but I think you got them all.
Actually, I did better this year than I did last year.
Yeah, true.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the season. So
yeah, me too.
Looking forward to seeing these guys play in the preseason and see what they got going on. And yeah, I'm pumped up and I'm ready for some Kansas City football. Let's get to this and get it done. And
hopefully our rookie class this year is as good as our rookie class last year. That's all I can
my God,
better.
Hopefully better.
I hope they're better, but man, the rookie class last year was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I think we're going to be fine.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, who's that guy, the one they kept telling all the pundits the Chiefs weren't done last year? The one with the blue suit.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
It's Nick something, isn't it?
Yeah, somewhere around there. But yeah. So I watched a bit of his thing on the Chiefs, and they say if they can win the Buffalo, he says if we win Buffalo and we win Cincinnati, we're going to be undefeated, is his theory this year. So I was thinking about it, and I looked at the schedule. I was like, he could be right, potentially. A lot of the games last year, we shot ourselves in the foot, the ones we lost especially.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started on that one. I mean, shit. If you would have told me that, when we picked the teams, which we'll do later, what is our record going to be and who we going to win or lose against, right? You would have told me the Colts, I would have taken that bet and lost a lot of money. But, But he said, the simple mistakes. And don't get me wrong, we came back from a lot of those simple mistakes, the fumble on the kickoff. And then right after that, we get the ball back and we fumble it again. Just those little things that come to haunt you that we still won, games where we made those errors. So if we can clean up that, he was a high praise on, and, getting a perfect season's almost, literally impossible. But I thought it was an intriguing take on the Chiefs season. So I like it.
Listen, I will probably never pick them to
go undefeated.
Have a perfect season, go undefeated. I will never sit down and say, because you have the underdog teams like the Colts, that I'm sorry, but man, everybody plays harder when they play the Chiefs. So look at that. All right, she's already a podcaster. Look at that. She's right into that microphone. You can't go wrong.
Nope. This is Elena, a soon-to-be Chiefs fan, once she can talk. Much like her sister.
Yeah.
Right on. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Oh, man. Gunner, you're going to have one of those real soon.
Yeah, this is her first podcast.
There you go.
2 months and 14 days.
Oh, the countdown has begun.
So there's a song by Depeche Mode. It's called Enjoy the Silence. Listen to the song, and in 2 months, 14 days, tell me how it's going.
I'll be all right.
He'll be all right. I can see it now. It's going to get that 3 o'clock in the morning call. Dad.
There's poop everywhere.
It's on the walls.
But
look at that smile. Holy cow.
But yeah, don't be like I was, Gunner, when you're really tired and your wife wakes you up and says, "Hey, I think my water broke," and say, "No, you just peed the bed." That really happened. I'll admit it.
All right, I won't do that.
We all have those stories. Mine was, I think I'm having contractions. How far apart are they? About 8 minutes. I said, okay, wake me up when they're 5.
Seriously?
Yep.
And how much longer did that take?
About an hour. Yeah. Oh. And I didn't get no sleep. I went back to bed and she lay beside me and just talking to me. I'm like, God damn it. I just want to get some sleep. Because the rest of the night's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night. All right. Next week on the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast, we are going to do our season predictions. Get prepared, everybody.
So who won the prediction last year?
I think it was Gunner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
By 1 game or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But I think, didn't I win the Super Bowl predictions overall?
I think it's probably really close. I think it was, yeah. I know it wasn't me. I was in the toilet on all the predictions. So
you were on the
you should never predict that we're going to get 87 sacks in a season. So.
Did you really predict that?
It was high. It was really high, because of Karlaftis and Jones and Noddy and all those guys that were in there and Dana. I really thought that they were going to pull off a shit ton of sacks, and I was way wrong. So
I've already, as you know, been working on my prediction for next year, so I'm ready.
All right. Well, we are going to cover that next week in the season predictions of the Indiana Chiefs Fan Podcast. We're going to have a list that I'm going to put together, and we're going to follow it and not veer off of it and have like 20 different predictions. We're going to have a list. God damn it.
Okay. You're going to send us that list beforehand, right?
Yeah, yes. I probably ought to work on it this week so that you guys can have it.
It would be nice so we can actually put some thought to it instead of Jeremy's like, "Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this." I'm like,
yeah, no, you are correct. You guys need to have as much thought on it as I do. So,
Gunner, he'll still lose anyway.
I 100%, and I'm okay with that. All right, guys. Anything else you want to cover upon tonight?
No,
don't think so.
I think is it next week or the week after preseason starts?
The week after.
Okay, I'll be in Kansas City.
That's right.
Watching it on local KCTV5.
Where you can watch all the Chiefs news all the time. I love it. It's great.
I do look forward to listening when I go down there, getting the Chiefs, news and updates.
Oh, yeah.
Watching the commercials we don't get up here. And it's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
One was him and Kelsey for the, what grocery store is that?
Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One's eating chips, the other's eating dip, and they're in different houses, and they just, send it over to each other. So I'm excited to see the new commercials is all I'm saying.
Yep. It'll be exciting. It'll be really cool. I can't wait when we get down there.
And I want that new bottle.
The Boulevard.
Yeah, seasonal one. So.
Yep.
You got to remind me if you want one if I find them.
All right. Well, I want one, so grab me one.
I want a 6-pack. I want to drink them and keep one.
No,
these are the big ones. Yeah, the big champagne bottle looking things.
Oh, gotcha.
Champagne. So you want 2, 1 to drink, 1 to keep.
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right. I'll get your alcohol and drink it, and drink it too, because you just want the empty bottle, right?
I want to drink it too.
I'll fill it up with some Miller Lite and put the back in it.
It tastes a whole lot like Miller.
No, if you haven't had the seasonal boulevards, and you know me, I'm not a huge IPA or dark or whatever, but man, they're usually pretty damn good.
True. You know what else is good? KC Beer Co.
Yes.
Enjoy me some KC Beer Co. while I'm out there, for sure. So, Gunner, when we get out there for the Buffalo game, we're gonna have to track some down.
Oh yeah,
for sure. All right, guys, let's get on out of here. Thank you for listening to Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. As always, you can find us on Facebook and wherever you stream your favorite podcasts. And email us. We'd love to hear from you. Gunnar, what is our email again?
INChiefsFansPodcast@gmail.com.
All right, there you go. So email us. Email us your predictions for next episode so that we know we can get them on the air. I'm talking about you, Coach Rob. You know, I want to hear your predictions on the season. So,
yep.
All right. Chico's got my plugs pre-recorded, so I don't have to worry about that.
Beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. All right. Well, from our little slice of Chiefs Kingdom right here in the great state of Indiana, I only have one question for you boys. How about those Chiefs? Later.
Thank you for listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean, any of your favorite podcast sites. Be sure to watch us on YouTube. Just search for the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. Also, check us out on Facebook for any updates on the Chiefs and all of our weekly posts. You can find us at facebook.com/INChiefsFansPod. Finally, go check out our Golden Mojo Entertainment website at goldenmojoent.com. You can find information about your 3 favorite hosts and all the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment family. Those podcasts include The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, The United States of Paranormal, The Golden 80s Podcast, The Murdnerds, and A Court of Books and Booze. Thank you for tuning in, and how about those Chiefs?